day everyone, Grade 10 Mathematics, Quarter 2, Week 1. Learning competency. The learner illustrates polynomial functions and understands, describe, and interpret the graphs of polynomial functions. Let's have first this one. Identify which of the following is polynomial function and which is not. I have here two columns. This is polynomial function. This is not polynomial function. Alin po kaya dito yung mga polynomial function? Let's see. Let's have number 1. Okay, number 1 po is polynomial function. Number 2, this is not polynomial function. Number 3, this is also not a polynomial function. Number 4, this is polynomial function. Number 5 is also a polynomial function. Number 6 is not a polynomial function. And number 7 is polynomial function. So, what is the reason behind po ba dito sa mga nasa first column natin, which is polynomial function, and dito naman bakit siya hindi polynomial function? So, ito po yun. Ang polynomial function po dapat no negative exponent. As you can see, number 2 has negative exponent. The second one, no variable inside the radical sign. So, dito wala kayong makikita na radical sign, but then in number 6, you have a rational exponent. If you have a rational exponent, pag in-express natin yan into radicals, that could be expressed in radicals po. So, kung meron kang x raised to 1/3, that is also same with the cube root of x, where your numerator is your exponent and the denominator of your exponent is your index in the radicals. So therefore, number 6 is not polynomial function. Then third, no variable in the denominator. As you can see, we have here x in number 3 in the denominator. So therefore, number 3 is not a polynomial function. So as you can see here, all of the exponent is positive. There's no variable inside the radical sign, but then we have here a radical sign, but the radicand is not a variable. It's a constant. No variable in the denominator. There's no variable in the denominator in the given functions. So therefore, that is the difference between polynomial function and not polynomial function. A polynomial function is defined by the f of x equal to a sub n x raised to n plus a sub n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus a sub n minus 2 x n minus 2 plus a sub 1x plus a sub 0, where a sub 0, a sub 1, and a sub n minus 1, a sub n are real numbers, or what we call the coefficients. So those terms daw po na meron po na itong a sub 0, this one, ito po mga nandito, that is the coefficients. A sub n, x raised to n is also called na, this is now a leading term. A sub n, this is your leading term. So you need to remember that. And a sub 0 is the constant term. Your a sub 0, or the term without variable, is the constant term. Remember that a sub n should not be equal to 0. A sub n and n must be a non-negative integer. Therefore, this one, your exponent must not be a negative number. So, yun po ang laging tatandaan. Kaya nga kanina, sa polynomial function na nag-identify tayo, hindi polynomial function kapag negative ang ating exponent. Kasi kapag ito daw po ay naging negative, hindi siya belong sa polynomial function. Polynomial function written in descending order is simply in the standard form, that is from highest exponent down to the lowest. If you have f of x equal to 4x squared minus 19x minus 14, we can identify the degree, which is 2, and that is your degree, since this one is written in standard form. Your leading coefficient is 4. This is your leading term, but the leading coefficient here is the constant number. Okay? So therefore, the leading coefficient is 4. And the constant term without variable, that is the last number here, which is negative 14. Include the sign in identifying your constant term. So that will be your constant term. Now let us have the behavior of the graph of a polynomial function. So paano ba natin malalaman yung itsura ng ating mga graph based sa given polynomial function? Suppose we have this polynomial function f of x equal to x raised to 4 minus 5x cubed plus 5x squared plus 5x minus 6. So the first thing that we need to do, kailangan muna nating ma-identify, una, ang degree. So tingnan muna natin yung degree, is it even or odd? So we will identify the degree of this given polynomial, since this ito po ay naka-standard form na. Ang exponent niya is from highest to lowest. Ang degree natin, i-identify lang daw natin, is it even or odd? The degree is 4. Therefore, since this is 4, that is even. Okay? So that is one clue for the behavior of our graph. Next one is the leading coefficient. Let's see if that is positive or is it negative. The leading coefficient here is 1. Since the coefficient is 1, hindi po kailangan ng isulat. Pero as you can see, the sign of this leading term is positive. Therefore, the leading coefficient is also positive. Next, therefore, if you have even degree and positive leading coefficient, your graph must be the graph rise to the left and to the right. It means both rising ang ating graph. So, ang magiging itsura po ng ating graph is this one. As you can see, the end part of your graph, yung nasa leftmost and nasa rightmost, mapapansin natin na pareho siyang pataas. So, tandaan, basta even, positive, both rising. Okay? So, let's have next example. If we have f of x equal to negative x raised to 4 plus x cubed plus 7x squared minus x minus 6. Let's see first the degree. Is it even or odd? The degree here is 4. Of course, that is even. Okay? So, if that is even, we're done with the degree. Let's have now the leading coefficient. Let's see if that is positive or negative. Since this is the leading term, you see the degree is 4, that is now even. Now, you have here now the leading term. Let's check the leading coefficient. We have here negative. Therefore, the leading coefficient is negative. So, what is the behavior now of a graph if we have even negative? The graph falls to the left and to the right, or it means the graph both falling. Okay? Kabaliktaran naman nung una nating ginawa. Kanina, positive, even, both rising. Ngayon, ito naman, even, negative naman, siya naman po ay both falling. Falling to the left and falling to the right. Okay? Let's have the third example. If we have f of x equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus x minus 3. Same process na ginawa natin kanina. Let's find the degree. Is it even or odd? As you can see, this is also written in standard form. Make sure that your polynomial function is written in standard form. As you can see here, the degree is 3, so that is odd. Okay? Now, let's see the leading coefficient. Is it positive or negative? Let's see if this is x cubed. We don't have negative sign here. Therefore, the leading coefficient is positive. Okay? So, if that is now odd, positive, what is the behavior now of the graph? The graph falls to the left and rises to the right. So, let's see. It falls to the left, but it rises to the right. So, basta tandaan po, pag add, positive, pataas yung sa kanan, pababa naman po yung sa kaliwa. Let's have another example. If we have f of x equal to negative x cubed plus 3x squared plus x minus 3. Let's see the degree. As you can see, this is 3, therefore that is odd. Let's have now the leading coefficient. Is it positive or negative? So this one is negative. So if you have now odd, negative, the behavior of the graph now, it rises to the left and falls to the right. Kabaliktaran naman kanina. Kung kanina, odd, positive, nag-rise naman siya sa right, nag-fall sa left. Dito naman baliktad. Nag-rise naman siya sa left at nag-fall naman siya sa right. Check natin. So this is now the graph. It rises to the left but falls to the right. Okay? So you need to remember that. So let's see kung kaya na. Complete the table by identifying the leading coefficient, degree, and the behavior of the graph. Then, in the last column, sketch the possible graph of each given polynomial function. For the leading coefficient, just simply identify is it positive or negative. As you can see, it is in standard form. This is the leading term. Observe the sign. So therefore, this is negative. The degree, is it even or odd? This is 4, therefore that is even. Now, to the left, ano po ba kapag even? Kapag even, tandaan natin, pareho siya lagi. Parehong pataas ba siya o parehong pababa? Kapag odd naman, isang pataas, isang pababa. Pero depende kung nasa left part ba siya o nasa right part. Now, for this one, we have here even. So, ibig sabihin, dapat pareho. Parehong ano? Pareho siyang, since this is negative, pareho dapat na pababa. Kung ito po ay positive, parehong pataas yung end ng ating mga graph. So therefore, sa left hands or sa left side is falling. Sa right side is also falling. So therefore, this is the sketch of our graph. Let's have next, number 2, if we have f of x equal to x raised to 5 plus 3x cubed plus 2x. As you can see, the term or the terms are written in standard form, or the polynomial function is written in standard form kasi naka-arrange siya from highest exponent down to the lowest. So therefore, the leading coefficient here is positive. The degree here is 5 and that is odd. So therefore, pag positive odd, magkaiba siya. Isang pababa, isang pataas. Since this is positive, sa graph, ang clue ko dyan, sa graph kasi, makikita, saan mo makikita sa x-axis yung positive? Di ba nandun siya sa right side? So this is positive odd, doon ngayon, yung pataas ang direction ng graph. So sa positive, ibig sabihin, nasa right yung positive. Sa left ay yung negative, di ba, sa ating graph. So therefore, since this is positive odd, dun tayo sa may positive side ng x-axis magra-rise. So falling ngayon ng ating left at rising naman sa ating right. So therefore, this is the sketch of our graph. So sana may natutunan kayo for today. Thank you and happy learning everyone. This is Ma'am Lay. God bless po.